Hey, what is up, everybody? Here we are. It is time for Saltdivers, this podcast. And, normally Alex and I, we go to the studio and we do this thing, and Alex spends a little bit of time and edits it, and we can't do that today. So we're going live. Alex is currently out of town right now, but guess what? We have him here online with a lot of our other crew. We got the boys here in the house today. Let me see if I can pull this up. This is going to be crazy today because I am pulling the buttons and pushing the buttons and pulling the strings, or something like that, right? Right, Alex?
Nailed it.
Salty, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first ever Saltdivers live stream with the official A-team members.
Yeah.
If we can get Christ in the house, we might be a full tilt. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Thanks for being here. I am not at the studio, obviously, so we're what's that famous clip from Family Guy? Okay, we're doing it live.
Doing it live. Let's go.
We're doing it live. So yeah, if you guys would like to support the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here. And if you're not new here and you'd like to support the channel, consider becoming a member. We've got new memberships up and going. And super chats are also available if you want to sponsor the show. So thank you guys so much for being here. Dutch is nervous, but he shouldn't be. Rinsler just popped into the house. What's up, brother?
Yes, he did.
What's up, y'all?
But yeah, we're going to cover a couple topics today, guys. We're going to be doing the
Greetings
coverage
program.
of the ammo. We're going to be talking about how terrible the DSS is in actual practice, and the fact that Arrowhead just didn't test it at all, apparently. But yeah. Good times. Thanks all for being here. Appreciate it. Dutch,
What's up?
what do we got going on? Do you have anything that you want to announce before we get into the first topic?
That I want to announce?
Actually, we should probably let these guys say hello to everybody. Huh?
Yeah, I want. Go ahead.
Def Row's in the house. Say hi, Def.
What's up?
All right. Rinsler, what's going on, brother?
What's up, y'all? Glad to be here.
Beard of Liberty. What's going on, dude?
I'm happy I could join you all today. I'm looking forward to getting
awesome.
into the topics here.
Right on. And Spartan Flash Sentry, what's going on, brother?
What is going on? Thanks for letting me borrow your chair at the studio, man.
Yeah. He's sitting in my chair at my studio. A real life walking, talking anime character. Good time. Ramnos is in the chat. What's
More
going on,
common
brother?
than you think.
And shout out to Sasquatch Man for the gifted sub membership. Thank you so much.
That's right.
Dude. Appreciate that.
Nice.
So the first thing, let's just get right into this. Let's balls to the wall on this one. I noticed something because while I was out here on my trip, I jumped onto Helldivers to test out the new DSS for the first time. And lo and behold, it's on cooldown for like 4 days. And I'm like, okay, but the MO is like 4 days long. So
Yeah.
What's the point? So you're telling me that this thing is going to be on cooldown the entire MO? And it just, I don't know, man. I just turned the game off. I was like, okay, whatever. Full disclosure, I've found a new game that has been taking all of my attention. It's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And I've realized that you can basically customize that game to play as Sam Fisher in a full-on spiritual successor to my favorite stealth games, Splinter Cell. So at this point, Helldivers got to work real hard to get my attention again, because I logged on and I was like, immediately, the DSS is on cooldown for 2 days. And I'm like, I'm not playing for at least 3 days then, because what's the point? Like, it just,
Yeah.
God dang it, man.
In fact, I have yet to be able to play this game with the DSS active. So
Yeah.
I have not been able to even experience to go down onto a planet and get bombarded by a bombardment from the DSS and get a friendly, easy NPC kill on me, or what is it called? First a friendly kill. I haven't been killed by my own space station yet, but I figure it's probably real similar to being in a on an operation with Def Row, because he just likes to throw those 380s out there, and he kills half of us most of the time. I figured it's pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. When you're running it, you're like, okay, guys, we're going to take out this base. And all of a sudden, a red beam of death shows up in front of your face, and it says 380. You're like,
That's right.
Dude,
At least
Def
Def Row
Row-
put it out there before you get to it.
yeah.
You just hear him
Def-
Oh, I took Def Row
Run,
with
you-
me.
Have
When
you
it was
had,
active
Def,
on.
have you had any Have you had any
I
experience?
took
with
him in
DSS?
Christ with me.
Go ahead, Alex.
Def, have you had any experience with the DSS actually working?
Well, yeah, it was with Christ and Spartan actually, and I played one round with them, and it was essentially just basically the entire planet was a 380, just dropping on everything except for when you get to the places like where you had to get the civilians out. It would all of a sudden stop while you're in there, but as soon as you left it, it would start up again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was pretty insane.
Yeah, kind of where you would want that indirect fire support. It just fucking dries up and stops.
Right.
Yeah.
Really quick, guys. I don't mean to interrupt the conversation. We'll probably do these between segments here, but really quick, I wanted to get these out of the way. Sasquatch Man gifted one Salty Nerd Gaming membership. That's amazing. Thank you, Sasquatch. And not to be outdone, Squeaka Mouse for 5 Salty Nerd Gaming memberships gifted out there. If you guys
Awesome.
got one of those, make sure you thank a Squeaka Mouse. And thank you guys for those gifted subs. Very much appreciate those. Going forward, we're going to hit super chats up between segments. I just wanted to get those out of the way, and we will get to you guys. So thank you so much. So Spartan, what is your experience with the DSS? Is it as terrible as everybody else's? Spartan.
It's not. I know Spartan's not working either.
All right. Well, this is live, guys. So, Beard. Yeah, I was asking what's your personal experience with the DSS?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I just don't want to step.
No. Speak.
Try not to
I'm
talk
asking
over
you to
anybody.
speak. Go. What is your experience with it, man? Let's hear it.
Yeah, no, it's as you guys like to say. I mean, I'm lagging bad. But yeah, as you guys like to say, it reeks of low effort shit missile delivery.
Yeah.
I wanted the Death Star. I was expecting like an orbital laser the size of a heavy base, and instead a non-pattern specific nonstop trader barrage for every team member that overlaps. So there's no way to avoid it. And it sucked the fun right out of the mission, the whole game. And like, we made it to the end. I think 2 of us made it back onto Pelican by the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
after Pelican stopped flipping over,
I've noticed that since the DSS was released, the community at large and on our Discord and everything seems to have been it's really negative right now. It feels like there's some part of the fun part of the game is missing at the moment, because I think people are starting to get fed up with Arrowhead's lack of ability to deliver what they're saying they're going to deliver. Does that make sense? You guys have any thoughts on that? Because I'm feeling a negative vibe out there.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
Feeling
consistent. That's like their MO, man. I mean, we fought for the mechs, on Tianquan or whatever planet, right?
Mhm.
And that was underwhelming, and it seems to just be a recurring theme. I mean, I know we're all here
like
for
this
the
week's
long run.
MO.
It's just,
Like this
Yeah,
MO until the
exactly,
next
man.
MO.
I mean, I'd say that the DSS is really living up to its name as the democracy shitstorm.
Yeah.
I was watching. I haven't been able to play on it yet, unfortunately. Just been so busy. But I was watching Bez's stream and him and Rex. I mean, it was just nuts. I've never seen Bez, like, his nerves were a little racked. I don't want to speak for him, but it was good entertainment. For entertainment purposes, it's great. But man, they were just dying left and right to this thing. It was insane that first night.
Was that giant patch that came out that everybody was like, this is awful. What was that called again? Something about freedom.
Yeah, escalation.
Escalation of disappointment. This is like escalation of disappointment 2.0.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many more times these guys can do this. Like, I love this game, and I have a lot of fun playing it, but like, how many times are they going to just completely biff a giant update? Which it makes me worry about when they drop the Illuminate. Like
Yeah.
that's going to be a massive, massive update. And when they drop that, if it's anything like the last 3 major updates that have just fallen flat on their face, that's like, oh, come on, guys. Like, stop doing this.
Well,
it's almost like they don't play the game themselves.
They really don't. I really don't think they do.
You think?
The hell,
honestly,
you say?
this thing right now going on where the DSS isn't even functional for the next 3 days, and we have 4 days left in this MO, where and it's the whole plus minus take a planet bullshit that nobody wants to do anyway.
So it's just liberate the same exact planets we just got done liberating a month ago.
Yeah, it's low effort shit missile. I love that we've made that a thing.
We put
it's just a big shit missile, dude. It's terrible. It's just, I don't know. I have a hard time pushing the start button right now, even though I want to hang out with the boys and have some fun.
we put 6 weeks into unlocking the thing too, man. 6 weeks to unlock this thing, and it's underwhelming. It's disappointing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all expected a community hub. Everybody could meet up, and
everybody in the A team a freaking a copy of Ghost Recon Breaking Point.
I'm waiting for a sale.
And we'll go do some operations. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to take a break from Helldivers for a little while. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I don't know. I mean, what are the player numbers right now, Dutch? Have they dropped since the DSS came out?
I'm not sure. Let me pull up the stats.
I know when Escalation of Freedom came out, right after that is when we had our lowest player count ever.
We're at 38,000 right now.
Yeah, 38,181.
That's about average.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's middling.
Not bad at all.
I mean, the planets, the planets without the DSS are pretty popular now.
Yeah, it's like if you want to live, go where the DSS isn't. So
yeah. Which is it's the exact opposite of what they wanted to say.
Well, I mean, why don't they just put the DSSs over the planets that we have already taken, so we don't have to retake them anymore? Just leave it there to do its own thing and not have to go to that planet.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like if it would liberate a planet on its own.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one that's already been liberated, you just keep them off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, or in the instance of the planetary bombardment, you should have seen like the planet liberation slowly ticking up, like even if only infinitesimally small. Like it's a nonstop 380 on the surface of the entire planet.
I think Ramnos in the chat has got it right. Let's send the DSS to Meridia.
Throw it in the black hole.
Throw it in the hole. Let's go.
To the void with you.
We don't want it. Get rid of it.
Knowing our luck, it would just drag the black hole to our ships.
That's a great question though. Can we vote for it to go there?
Ooh,
I don't know if it's on the list.
Is it even an option? Can you pull? I don't know if anybody can pull it up real quick, but pull up the game and see if you can vote for it to go to Meridia.
We'd literally be flushing the toilet at that point.
Yeah. Basically.
Flush it down.
Well, would be proud.
The Illuminate just starts screaming like Donnie from Trailer Park Boys, like, "Stop throwing trash in my fucking backyard!"
That's what brings them out. That's what pisses them off enough for them to come through the black holes. That we just start throwing trash down it.
So it'd be like
we thought this was the trash compactor. We put everything in there, nothing ever comes back.
So it'd be like Thor: Love and Thunder, where everybody just throws their trash in the black holes. And they have we'll just start calling this one the giant space anus. You know, so
The
we'll just start the space anus. And then pretty soon Thor will fly out of it, and can save everybody. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Again, this just goes back to like I really don't think these guys they have these ideas in their head of what they want to do, but they don't actually put it to the test to see how it reacts. And they mentioned months and months ago that they were going to have these test servers that people can go in there and give them feedback on some new updates and this and that. I don't think that ever went anywhere because I tweeted directly at Shams and Pilestead and I was like, yo, I got a whole crew of people that'll do this for you and we'll give you feedback all the way to level 10. Like we'll map this whole thing out for you and help you out. They both liked it.
Yeah, called them out in my video.
They never went anywhere.
All right. So
I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it's needless to say, I think a vast majority of the player base is real bummed out about the
Yeah.
DSS.
We all need something to improve our attitude, or we're going to go start playing other games here pretty soon until the Illuminate come out.
You
So-
think they're going to? You think they're
and some
relying
of-
on the Illuminate to do that though?
And some of us, well, they kind of have to, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's
that's
left?
the next. We got these stories playing out. I think,
Well-
but I don't ask me what the stories are. I don't know. We got
I don't want to speak too harsh, like too rashly, because I will say, like, if they roll out another patch, say over Thanksgiving or something like that, that has new mission types, new biome types, urban warfare, like it doesn't have to be anything massively story driven.
Yeah.
But if they have a couple of things that kind of freshen this game up, it'll definitely pique my interest. Like I'm
mean,
gonna want to come back and test it out.
The key is to just drip feeding us enough to keep us interested. Throw in a
Yeah.
new mission type here. Put a. Let's take a bug and make it purple instead of pink or something, and it's like and call it some stupid name. Oh, it's a super bug or whatever. And,
So Barney Titan.
yeah, it's like it's harder to kill.
Super spewer.
Just even if they just made some shit up and said this was supposed to happen and it never did, and we'd all be trying to make something happen, they could just go, oh well, it was a bug in the code, it didn't work very good, we're sorry, we'll try to do better next time. It's like, okay, all right guys, you guys in your award-winning customer service. So but we'll get to that in a little while.
Yeah. All right, let's do some super chats before we move on to the next thing.
Let me pull this one up here really quick. We got one in the meantime from super fan William Forbes. Man, it is really nice to see William Forbes back in the chat.
It is.
What is
Good to
up,
see you again,
dude?
buddy.
Nice.
For $5, let me read this here. Is this the new Tuesday live stream? If so, I'm totally for it. Yes, I'm still here watching non-live, but watching nonetheless. My PC is still a potato. I'm sorry to hear that, William Forbes. But thank you so much for the $5, man. It's nice to see you. Is this the new Tuesday live stream? Well, yes and no. We this is normally a recorded show that's edited and released about 2:00. But since me and Alex were separated by a few hundred miles today, we decided to try to do something different and bring in the guys that we play with. But I'm not saying this is not going to happen again, because it most assuredly will. But is it a regular thing? Probably not. But we'll see how it goes. So, what do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think we could turn this into some kind of a rotating monthly live stream if we get enough people who enjoy it.
Sure.
I'm down, and it's not to say that we might do this for another game that we all play. Like, if it might not be Helldivers, maybe if I can get these guys to jump in with something different, or Dark Tide. I know I saw somebody mention Dark Tide in the chat as well. I know that's something that we've all been pretty interested in jumping in on. So there's a big possibility that this could be a new rotation for the gaming channel. And I'm totally all for it. So yeah, we'll see. Thanks, William, for the $5, and we love seeing you here again.
All right, what's next?
All right. So the next thing, and this is actually pretty funny. I'd like to poke fun at Arrowhead for this. We've got the official Helldivers 2 media outlet channel is asking people to vote for Helldivers for the following categories. Best ongoing game, which I'm not 100% sure what that means. I think they mean best live action game, maybe. Not live action. What is it? Live service.
Live service. Yeah.
And then the second one is best community support, which is hilarious.
That is the best thing ever.
Because it's not necessarily best community support. It's biggest community backlash every 3 months.
Oh, that's bold.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then we got another one for best multiplayer, even though you can only have 4 people at a time. That one's I'm 50-50 on that one.
No.
And then best action game, maybe. I mean, they're gonna have to go up against Black Ops 6, which they're probably gonna lose to, but I do enjoy the action of Helldivers. That's what keeps bringing me back every day. So
Yeah.
We need to talk about this
Poor
best
battered
community
creature.
support nomination for a second.
yeah, go ahead.
Freaking Twinbeard and what's that one woke chick's name? Excuse me,
Baskinator.
Baskinator. Yeah, I mean,
Baskin.
do we really want them having rewards on their desk for best community managers? I think the
That's
answer
a
is
fair
no.
point.
I think the answer is no, right? So
You
I
think
don't know,
they'd be the
best-
type of people that show you a
But then-
picture of it every time they answer a question?
maybe if they had an award for best community manager that blows smoke up your ass. or something.
Is it only for the community managers? Because you also have, Pilstead and Shams interacting as well with the community.
I suppose that's true too. I mean,
Yeah.
Pilstead's pretty funny. He's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well,
But I mean, listen, if they're managing, right? It doesn't say they're managing it well. They're just managing a million people on their Discord and just. I mean, I don't want that job. Does anybody here really want that job?
No way.
Trying to manage the official Helldivers Discord is a freaking nightmare. Like there's no money in the world. I don't know how much they're paying Twinbeard, but it ain't enough.
Obviously.
Yeah.
They're paying him in
He'd be
red caps.
happier.
I don't want that dude's job.
well, I mean, you could if they lose the nomination or they don't even get nominated. You can send them a salty trophy. That's just a trophy of smoke going up somebody's ass.
You know what?
I mean,
a
should-
little golden salt shaker would be a great idea.
That's a great idea.
I can ship that over to Arrowhead's headquarters and be like, "Congratulations, you got the saltiest award of gaming possible."
See, I'm thinking something a little bit more elaborate. Let's go. I say let's. It's y'all stuff. I'm thinking like Himalayans, like pink salt, but shaped in like molded into the shape of Dick Rock.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude.
A Dick Rock salt shaker.
I am
That's
down.
amazing.
I got it. I got it.
Who's got the 3D printer?
We'll send him a copy.
Yeah.
We'll send him a copy of Dutch's butter. We'll send him a bottle. You guys are gonna need this.
That and some skill tissue.
And
Yeah.
and
let me
Issue. Yes.
and a Scroat
Nice.
Rock salt shaker. That's amazing.
Down. This is great.
Yeah, let me
sorry
send
to
it
hear
back
you
to you, Dutch,
lost
so you can put it on screen.
I'm sorry, what?
I was gonna say, let me send it back over to you so you can put it on screen.
We'll send them like a sorry letter, like sorry you lost all the nominations. Here's the runner-up award,
Yeah.
Cock Rock and
There you
Dutch butter.
Or even better, do a 3D print of Pod 3 and then the skill tissue.
Yeah, yeah. But the best action game, I feel like the action is what brings us all there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
chaos.
pretty-
Yeah.
Like despite all of our
Yeah.
complaints, when we take down a drop shit on bot side, it's still freaking fun every
Oh,
single
Oh
time.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Never gets so that one. I think realistically, that one I wouldn't mind voting for him for that one.
The only problem I see with that one is that it's such a broad definition of games that it's going to be going up
Sure.
against so many other games that so many other people would say is the best action game. So I don't see them actually winning that. I think it's probably the one that they're most deserving of, but I don't see it happening.
Of the four that they got nominated for, yeah, I think best action game would be the one.
It's very subjective for sure. Like it depends. Like some people are like, "Oh, that game was boring. You're doing the same missions 4 or 5 times." Like there's definitely things going against them on that round. But I think you're right. Weird,
But specifically is in subjectivity is what qualifies as an action game. Grand Theft Auto, some people would say, is an action game.
Yeah.
You might look at Black Ops. You said is an action game, but a lot of people would say it's a shooter. It's one of those kind of catch-all titles and definitions of video game that I think kind of screws you if you get into that category because there's so many other things in there that technically fall into other categories.
Yeah, I think some of the fighting games are under action as well. So it's kind of
Yeah, it's got my vote. I'll just make that clear.
Yeah, of the
Yeah,
four,
I
that's the one I would vote for sure.
Yeah,
So
I mean that is what keeps me coming back. And I mean, I know we got like 4 or 5 different mission types, but it never feels the same to me. Just to be fair, you know what I mean?
yeah, that is one nice thing about the game.
It's crazy.
They do have that thing where no map's ever the same. So
I'm still upset
the
about them
procedural
nerfing the
generation.
autocannon though.
Ooh. I just got a chat from our newest A-team member, Theron, says best action game. So these are the games that it's up against. Black Myth Wukong.
hold on, I got that pulled. Hold on.
You got it?
Go ahead and keep talking. I'll pull it up.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Call of Duty 6, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer Space Marines 2.
Yeah,
So that's what it's up against.
Ooh,
That's
some
some
tough
heavy
competition.
hitters.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Wukong I think is going to probably take the cake.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd
it's just so
imagine.
massive,
Because-
so massive.
Yeah.
It's either going to be that or Stellar Blade. I think if Call of Duty
like-
Black Ops 6 gets it, it's just because of the following that it has. But If I were to, if I categorize that more as a shooter than an action, so I think probably Black Myth or Stellar Blade is going to take it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Where's best action? There we go. Right there.
Please let it be Stellar Blade.
Oh, see, they got they got
Because-
action, adventure, and just
because
action.
reasons.
So Space Marine 2 is up against it for best action game as well. We're gonna have a civil war.
I mean, I'm glad they
Discord.
made it there, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good to
Sure.
see.
And then best ongoing game. Again, thank you, Theron, newest member of the A team. The best ongoing game. So what I would say is ongoing is like live service, which would be Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy, Fortnite, and Helldivers are up for that rank. And in that role, because I haven't played any of these other games, I have to give it to Helldivers by default, just because I don't I hate Fortnite. I just got done playing a couple rounds with my buddy downstairs because the kids wanted to play, so we all squatted up and played. And I'm just like, this just freaking Fortnite just ain't my thing, dude.
So
yeah,
that's
the
one
only,
that's gonna
the only
win.
way it's remotely palatable, no build mode.
Yeah. And then best multiplayer is Black Ops, Super Mario Party, Tekken 8, and Warhammer. That one, again, multiplayer. I think probably Black Ops is going to take it just because of the massive fan base for that game. But in my opinion, out of those 5 games, I think Helldivers might take it. Look at dude, Theron's just doing some work in the background.
Yeah.
He is.
I got all
Community
this stuff already pulled up.
Yeah,
Tekken
community
8,
support. Well, he's got
Warhammer.
look at the A team chat. He's got like pictures and everything.
Oh, I don't have it up. So.
Damn. It's like he's like your Jamie.
What is
I
his
know
name?
he is. He's acting as my Jamie
No
right now.
such thing.
Dope. Yeah. Best community support. We've got Fortnite again, which might be real because the people who do love Fortnite, they freaking love.
Yeah.
It's
Baldur's
gonna win.
Gate, Final Fantasy, and No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky's really fallen off my radar. I haven't really touched that in a long, long time. So I'm not sure about that. But I know they've been doing regular. I mean, it's a brand new game at this point. Like they've never charged anybody for DLC. They've never done anything. All these updates are free.
It's insane.
And the game is practically a completely different game at this point. So there's something to say about that.
Baldur's Gate, that's the one that Elon talks about, isn't it? Or is that
No,
something
he's
different?
top 20 in Diablo.
Diablo
Diablo
right,
4.
that's right.
Diablo
Yeah.
4, yeah.
Which again, I mean, and as far as these votes go, like Helldivers is already behind because it's not available in 180 different countries, right?
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's massive.
gonna-
That's a massive downgrade for them as to even come close to winning these games because most of these other games are available worldwide. But Sony, for whatever reason, hates money, so they freaking block
Yeah,
it,
it's
which is just dumb.
I'm surprised. I was looking at the fighting games. They don't have. I was surprised not to see Street Fighter 6 on there.
Mm.
That came out this past year, I believe. Or is that? Yeah, I think.
well, I mean, of like the ongoing games too. I'm surprised Warframe didn't show up.
Yeah.
Why are games that have not been released this year even on the list? So
Yeah.
Is there
that's
beta?
weird.
Is there
I was just
like testing?
there's that DLC argument. Like, should DLCs qualify for these awards? I don't think
I
they
show.
should.
Looks like
No.
Street Fighter 6 was released June 2nd of last year, 2020.
Oh, okay.
what
Yeah.
about early access games? Are they eligible to be put on there?
I don't think
With-
so.
Probably
doubt
not, huh?
Because they like you're talking about like Forever Winter.
Yeah, those kind of games.
I don't know. I think you have to have a public full release in order to qualify.
Release, yeah.
I don't think you can get away with like a beta testing or anything like that. Yeah, that's about it. Do we have anything you want to cover in between these two segments? That was about it for the awards and stuff like that. I think Helldivers has the potential, or had, I should say, past tense maybe, had the potential to win every single one of these categories if they had played their cards right. But with all of the stumbles and all of the issues that they've had over the last 6 months, it keeps bringing them down a notch every time. Go ahead,
Well,
Beard.
Well, I just wanted to address what Romnos asked about our games not been released this year, even on the list. I just looked it up. Game Awards 2024 considers games released between November 2023 and October 2024, including new game releases, expansion packs, new game seasons, DLCs and remakes and remasters. So these live services games can constantly be up for awards because they're constantly having seasons and things like that. So that at least is my cursory glance is why you might see things like No Man's Sky up.
Okay.
And
Cool. Nice beer.
Fortnite.
Appreciate it.
And Fortnite. So. Context. I like it.
Fortnite is just that thing that just keeps on haunting us.
Yeah.
But people play it. They play the crap out of that game, man.
They do.
There was a game I would love, like the 6 of us to get into a game. I think it's called it's like one of those Among Us, like find the traitor type games, but it's like you're an astronaut and you have to defuse some kind of a situation inside their spaceship, but then one of you is the saboteur and you have to like go through. I've been seeing clips of this all over the place. It looks freaking hilarious. I would love to play it. I can't think of the name of it.
Well, have you ever played Lethal Company?
No. Is that like that?
That's another good 4-player one with proximity chat. So the monsters can hear you. Basically you work for this big salvage company. You got to go to these different planets and scavenge a bunch of crap before you get fired. And by fired, they flush you out of the airlock. So
that sounds fun.
Check it out sometime. It's like a $4 game on Steam. Yeah, totally worth it.
What is it? Basically working for Wayland Yutani, the game.
Slightly better, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Alex has been playing his Ghost Recon game, and I actually found a game I spent $5 on this week called Tavern Master, and I love it. It's so stupid and simple and easy.
I saw you post about that.
I just serve drinks, make food, and I design a bar, put tables and seats and shit, and hang.
I'd go to your tavern, Dutch.
It's fantastic. I've wasted 5 hours of my life on it this week.
Oh yeah.
I cannot poke fun because I was having a lot of fun with Arcade Simulator, and one of the free Epic games that popped out last month.
which is really kind of sad because I shouldn't be spending 5 hours playing Tavern Master. I should be spending that 5 hours, killing bots and bugs in the game that we all supposedly love and play and enjoy all the time. But man, I'm telling you, they got to do something soon because I'm finding myself being drawn to other things right now, and I don't really like that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's okay. It's okay to take a break sometime, and I say that as somebody who's taken a break for about a month and a half. I've barely played Helldivers. I did like 4 or 5 solo dives earlier today, just to kind of like. I was like, okay, there's all this new stuff. I should get in there and see what it's like, and it still felt the same to me. But
so
because I had taken a break.
Cold lately.
Yeah, I mean, because I had taken a break, it was kind of nice. It still kind of felt familiar.
Pod 3 is getting kind of dry and crusty.
Yeah,
because there hasn't been anybody in there for a little while.
Yeah, so. I do need to get back in there and freshen things up. Things up.
So
it's been a while since there's been a load in Pod 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, times past we used to fire Pod 3, and it would only come halfway out.
Yeah.
Hopefully Arrowhead can figure things out and add more than just 4-player support, or we can find a game that has more than 4 players online. That'd be pretty cool, man.
Well, I think that other bug hunting game. I think that other bug hunting game has more than 4, but that game kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I'll have to find out how many players can be supported in Ghost Recon, because I'm having the time of my life right now playing that game. Since I've been on this trip that I've gone on, I've clocked 18 hours in that game. Just freaking full on splinter selling it up. Like today, I infiltrated a scientific research building. It's like this huge complex, guards everywhere. I went full stealth. I went in there and destroyed this like supercomputer. I had so much fun. It was like a nice refresh. It was completely different than Helldivers. And that's not to say that I'm like, oh, I'm done with Helldivers forever. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like Beard mentions, like it's cool. Like if the game is getting stale, take a break for a little bit, go play something else, freshen up, and then come back when something new comes. I'm all right with that.
Well, yeah, and I know I've pitched this to you before, Salty, but there is the Master Chief Collection. I am already dressed for the part.
I think we all own that. Don't we? I own it.
Get all 4 of us out there.
Yeah.
My sniper map is ready.
Ron knows I have played Thief. I've played Thief a long time ago, but I have played it. It was a good game. Love it.
If they drop the Illuminate anytime soon, will anybody be running back or just kind of like wait a little bit and see what it looks like?
I think they'd run back. See, and that's the thing they have to do. They have to
Yeah, I think
give us
people will come back.
something new in the game, because that's, I mean, honestly, guys, we've all played these games enough. You know, it's just like any game. You play the game, they and then it gets stale for a little bit, and then you go play something else, and then they release some new shit, and you go back. I mean, that's how these games work. And you know, right now, Arrowhead they just keep missing the football. You know, they keep muffing it, and
Yeah,
The thumbnail for this episode needs to be Charlie Brown kicking the ball and falling.
I mean,
over.
that's exactly it. Lucy's Arrowhead, right? And we're all Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
So,
So
but what's, you know, I'm gonna pivot the conversation a little bit here. But first, I'm gonna do. We got a super chat from Rick Dangerous for $2. Thank you very much. Concord nominated for the shortest lifespan ever. That would be an award. That would be funny.
Is there a Game Razzies Awards?
There should be, if there's
There
not.
should be,
I think there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
I'm actually, you know, I worry that when the Illuminate show up, because I that would bring people coming crashing back. I hope they come with, like, you know, Independence Day meets Starship Troopers, you know, versus Skynet kind of intensity, War of the Worlds. I am terrified that they are going to show up and it's going to be like District 9. We're just going to have to save a bunch of refugee Illuminate. You just escort them to their escape ship before the bugs get them. You know? They just changed the sea facets to these sickly Illuminate like characters.
It would be cool since they have that portal sitting out there, if they had a Super Earth come through there and it's basically just a replica of our Super Earth, but it's all the Illuminates. And we have to go fight them on that Super Earth.
Dude, the bug homeworld, the bot homeworld, they need to be like their own biomes that you can't go anywhere else. Like it needs to be the biome for the automatons needs to just be a giant like Tron circuit board, the whole planet. And
or like
for the bugs
from the Matrix.
Yeah, it just needs to be a freaking a desolate, gooey freaking hive nest everywhere with eggs all over the place.
You know what, guys? Those are all those are all really great and fantastic ideas, and these are all things that would get us to come back and play the game. But I have some news, and what's really going on is that Palstat has said that they're going to be doing some crossovers. So we're gonna get you know, I'm gonna write out of this article. Arrowhead Studios has expressed an interest in adding crossover IPs to Helldivers 2. As long as they don't dilute the studio's own game, this means that players could rock outfits or weapons from Warhammer, Halo, and other sci-fi series, as long as it makes sense for the developers. You guys want to watch? You guys want to like dress up in Power Rangers outfits and go fight robots?
No,
that
no. The only crossover I am authorizing this game to have is Norsemen.
Okay, yeah, that would work.
No,
I mean we've all sat here and we've talked about how it'd be kind of cool if they did like an inspired war bond for like Aliens or Terminator or something, right? But I don't know how I feel about full on crossovers. That's silly.
Well, if they do Power Rangers, they have to bring the Zords with them, you know, so we can fight the bots with them.
It's just going to end up being like Call of Duty, where they bring in all sorts of random shit that doesn't fit. It looks ridiculous. It's over the top. It costs too much. They've already basically said that if you have a client side visual only modification to how your Helldiver looks, you can do it as long as you doesn't get flagged by the anti-cheat or whatever. I mean, so as long as they still have that, nobody's going to buy anything for crossover skins or anything like that.
Did I just see
it would
Nicki
be
Minaj
a waste
in
of
that
time
article?
and money.
You did. God.
Yeah.
There was a
that's what
while crossovers are always cool. Series like Call of Duty have ended up destroying their own aesthetic with skins from series like The Boys and even Nicki Minaj.
Oh my god.
Fortnite's newest season just dropped, and they're doing like Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Cardi B, like they're doing all that nonsense. God. I mean, it's Fortnite, so I don't give a crap. But
is there
all those kid-friendly musicians?
Yeah, there wasn't a skin, but she did have a campaign map during the election run, trying to dissuade malleable players into voting for the Harris.
Yeah, there's no guns allowed.
Team Harris, yeah.
it could be said that we already have some crossovers because we already kill Lizzo beasts every time we go kill bugs. You know, with those ones that squirt their acid breath at us and stuff. So
I thought you were talking about the fart chargers.
Well, the fart chargers, yeah, but those aren't crossover. That's just like being in this room with me right now.
Those are just bug Karens.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see the guys at Arrowhead changing the aesthetic of the game that much.
Wait a minute. I know a crossover that would work on the bug side. Tremors.
Yeah, the grab
Tremors would be cool.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Hey,
what
Dutch,
would work for both sides?
Rensler's backstage. You want to let him back in?
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Oh yeah. He got derezzed. But yeah, what would work for both sides is Edge of Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. That would be like the Illuminate. Like that's how I imagine the Illuminate fighting is like those little squid monsters.
Yeah,
from that
same.
movie. Yeah.
Teleporting nightmares. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it for that. Let's see what the next subject is here.
Well, that's pretty much all the subjects. We covered most of this. Yeah. I mean, generally, we usually go about 30 minutes, 35 minutes for these things. So
yeah. Well, yeah, we're definitely the game is definitely in a lull right now. We're in a low point, especially which is not how it's supposed to be. I feel like they thought the DSS was going to bring like another high point, but it just was so disappointing that the disappointing space station is like driving me away from the show. But we'll see when they come back, man. I don't know. This is the thing. Arrowhead is surprisingly good at delivering a low effort ship missile and then a month and a half later redoing it and nailing it. It's like, yeah, this is what you were supposed to do the first time. Thank you. And everybody gets excited again.
I'm personally getting tired of them releasing stuff that's not ready to be released and then making excuses for it being released early or not ready or whatever. And then the next thing you know, they're going to go on another 6-week fucking vacation again. And I'm going to get really upset because it's just,
it's like, just be honest with us. If it's not ready, don't release it. Don't bullshit us.
Hire more
release
people.
something.
Do something.
Here comes Christmas.
So
anyway, that's all I got. Dutch, what do you got? Anything left?
We don't have any, there's no video viewer comments or loadout of the week this week. I just wanted to see how this would roll out, so pretty good so far.
Cool.
This is a group that's not, we're not used to doing this with this group right yet, so it's a little shaky, but it's all good. So
if anything, I'd say loadout of the week is choose a gun you've never used before, choose everything you've never used before, just run with it, put it on a low level, have fun with it, because you can sit there and crunch the numbers. We know people who crunch the numbers. We got friends who crunch the numbers and can say, yes, objectively this is better than this, that, or the other. I'm still kind of the opinion that there's not really a loadout in the game that you can't have fun with. So if we got nothing else for that, I'm going to say that. Just
hey man, way to stay positive.
Pick something that you've never used before and just run with it. It may be terrible. If it is, let me know.
Or you can be like me and you run the same armor, same weapons, same loadout all the time, and it doesn't matter what you're fighting. That's what you like to do.
I talked to it, but I'm guilty of that too. Or bonus objective, install Ghost Recon.
Yeah,
there you go. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I'm having an absolute blast playing that game.
I just put it on my wish list.
Dude, you just
gonna lose this cloud set.
I highlighted it on one of the weekend respawn shows. It was on sale for like $8. And I bought it, and then I bought the Splinter Cell DLC for $4.99, and I'm just like, you'll never see me again. I've got an entire island.
Just
nice.
Just wait till Thanksgiving weekend. It'll probably go on Steam sale again over the Thanksgiving weekend.
All the YouTube tutorials that I'm watching are from like 5 years ago.
Yep.
So
did yours come with the Predator DLC?
No, but that's not the one with Dr. Disrespect, is it?
Excuse me? What?
No, the one with actual Predator, like from the Arnold movie.
No, I didn't get that. I know they had the Terminator DLC. I don't think they didn't keep the license up on that, so I don't think they have it anymore.
Dr. Disrespect is the Predator. Get that. Yeah.
I get it.
Wow. We're all kind of slow here today.
That was good. That was good. Damn.
Thank you.
That's good.
But yeah,
I'd clap, but I
if
turned my
the
arms
18
off.
Yeah, the deaf
if
guy
we
got it
seriously-
first. Woohoo!
for the A team, if we want to start diversifying what we play during the week, I would nominate probably Dark Tide and either Wildlands or Breakpoint because they're all co-op. So
Nice.
let's roll. See what happens.
All right.
All right,
check it out,
let's
yeah.
do this. Let's sign off. Death Row, you can go first, sir. Shout out your stuff, whatever you want to say.
You can check me out on Death Row TV. I try to post every weekend. Probably going to start posting on Sunday here pretty soon because I seem to get better reactions on Sunday. So yeah,
Right
Death
on.
Row TV. I'm out there.
Cool.
All
All
right.
right, Rensler, you're next, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Just like playing with the my peeps in the Salty Nerd Discord community, man. Glad to be here.
Right on. Beard of Liberty, go for it.
Let's see. I do some video gaming on my own channel on YouTube, Beard of Liberty. Also am a co-host on After the Weekend with my buddies JT and R2. There's a couple of places you can find me, Linktree/Beard of Liberty. That's the short version because I can go on. I'm in too many places right now.
Your beard is everywhere. It's just like has a mind of its
Yeah,
own.
it reaches out on its own.
That's it.
Lovecraftian.
Right on. All right, Spartan, you're next, bud.
All right, Spartan Flash Sentry. You may have heard of me on Twitter. I tend to piggyback off everybody else's posts at Sentry Spartan. I also have my own YouTube channel where I've been doing game streams where Beard has been doing Dragon Age Origins lately. I've been tackling Inquisition. And there's about 2.5 years of goofy skits and old live streams. So go check them out at Spartan Flash Sentry on YouTube.
Nice.
Nice.
Right on. All right,
Yeah,
Dutch, we got
subscribe
one
to
last
Salty Nerd
person to pull up.
All yours, brother.
All right, from Rick Dangerous, another $2. Thank you, sir. That's a dope icon, by the way. Remember Far Cry Blood Dragon? Best DLC ever. I do remember Far Cry
Yes.
Blood Dragon.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
freaking rad. I'm a big fan of the Far Cry games. The last one that I really seriously played was, I want to say it was 4. Is that the one where you're on the island and you got that crazy dude with the mohawk that you're fighting?
That's 3. 4 is in the
That was 3.
Himalayan mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
5
So
is in Montana.
I played the original one. It was probably a Steam sale that I got forever ago, and that got me hooked. Then I played the second one religiously, and then the third one came out, and I really enjoyed it. And then after that, it petered off a little bit on my list. But those are solid open world shooter. Play the game the way you want type. I like them. They all have a pretty decent storyline. I would like that. Like the first one was like straight sci-fi. Like they went full on mutants at the scientific laboratory, and ever since then they've gone more realistic. I kind of want them to go back to the more crazy sci-fi stuff, but we'll see.
Yeah, if
All right,
Ubi
guys.
ever stops failing and does a Far Cry 7, I'd like to see that.
Yeah,
Right
you
on.
guys, you can find me at saltynerddiscord.com in the Flynn's streaming channel playing bartender on Tavern Master.
Do we get to come in there and fake drink with you?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
What do you mean fake drink?
Right?
Oh, my bad.
On a more serious note, we'll be streaming tonight, probably around 9:30 p.m. Pacific time. Bringing our boy Brian from the Brain Podcast Show. He's joining us for the first time ever tonight, and we'll be rotating the guys through. So see you guys all in there tonight for some hell diving, 9:30, 10 o'clock. So that's all I got. That's all I got, Alex. Take us out.
All right, sir. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate the chat and the monetary donations. You guys are the best community ever. If you are not already in Salty Nerd Discord, come jump in and have a blast. We have some of the best players in the world, and there's multiple games. It's not just Helldivers. We've got Space Marines. We've got GTFO. We've got Dark Tide. We've all kinds of cool stuff with voice chats and everything. So come join the community. We're 1,000+ strong. It's a great place. I'm having a blast building this as something a haven for people who want to come and play games with like-minded individuals. So join us, guys. We'll see you next week. I will be back in the studio this weekend, so I think we might be good for a weekend respawn Friday.
Hope so.
Maybe we'll see. But besides that, thank you all so much. Stay salty. We'll see you next time.
Oh, see ya.
Peace.